What's up, everybody, and welcome to Hillsborough County, Florida, the Tampa area. And there's actually gang graffiti marking this school where pedestrian safety doesn't seem to matter. This community has been completely abandoned by local government.
Watching my friends get ran over.
Okay, one street splits the whole town, and there's businesses on both sides. People have to cross back and forth. Why doesn't this town have a crosswalk? You have a memorial right here, and then you have another one over there. So within 100 feet of each other. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Wimauma, Florida. Everywhere you look, new houses and communities are going in. See, affordability continues to be a massive issue here in Tampa. Among the #1 buyers for these type of homes are people like law enforcement officers and teachers and people in local government. All right, guys, so here we have a police car from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and all around us, from over there to there to there, are clearly undocumented people working. All right, guys, so I just had some workers come up to me and kind of find out why I'm here with a camera recording. They said that in the morning there were agents in the area and that they're just getting ready to run. They're actually prepared to run. So what the workers are telling us is that they're on edge, they're on point. They know that there's agents in the area, and you can see that a lot of them are on the phone tracking our movement. So we should probably get the crap up out of here. All right, I'm gonna be right back. People got like some really sick rides out here. Like, everybody out here is just, there's a lot of money. Construction. Yeah, buddy. Aquí estamos con un venezolano que han deportado 5 o 6 veces. ¿Cómo está, mi hermano?
Tranquilo, tranquilo, ahí tú sabes.
¿Están trabajando?
Fuerte.
¿Qué clase de trabajo hacen ustedes, mi hermano?
La piscina.
La piscina, pool cleaning.
No,
Okay.
no, pool cleaning no, la malla.
Oh,
la
screen.
ajá.
¿Qué nacionalidad son, amigo?
Somos boricua.
Boricua, la gente de Puerto Rico. Usted, no, usted parece venezolano. ¿Seguro que usted no es venezolano?
100% boricua.
Vamos a tener que checar los papeles con este señor porque dice que es boricua.
¿Por qué los papeles?
No, mi hermano, tranquilo, boricua.
Tranquilo,
Dale, hermano, te quiero.
Suave,
A trabajar, dale. More than ever, I feel like in the past when I do videos, people are not as apprehensive about the camera, but there's definitely a lot of people concerned about the camera, particularly people that speak Spanish. But the toe-to-toe right there, man.
Hey, toe-to-toe, what now?
Well, I'm speak English, man. Speak perfect English, man.
Yeah,
You don't know what I'm talking about?
a toe-to-toe?
They're toe-to-toe right there, man. What the toe-to-toe, man? I'm gonna tell you about 2 or 3, 4 of them things right there, man. With a donation army or something.
We're with Restoration House.
Okay. We're restoring houses.
You know, restoring the house.
Tell you what, man. So we talking about the sound thing right there at the toe or something, man?
So we're a year-long faith-based recovery ministry
Okay.
for anyone struggling with the mental health, addiction, depression.
All right.
It's 100% free.
Oh, cool, man. There you
That's how
go.
we keep our program free.
Cool, man. That's good thing right there. Where is, man?
Yes,
About
sir.
crazy, man. Them rich people in them apartments down there type of thing, man.
There you go.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll get in there and see what we've done there, man.
Have a blessed day.
Yes, sir, man. Speak perfect English. Can't understand a dang thing you're saying down there. I done spoke perfect English. You didn't understand a dang thing I'm saying. Yo, what da, mi hermano? ¿Cómo está la vida? Say, oh, yeah, mi hermano, ya tú sabes, Lord. Now, I about find some Cuban bread down there, man. But look, about 4 or 5 grams of Cuban bread down there, man.
It'd be over in the corner.
Right there, about the corner back there, them Cuban bread down there. All right, man. ¿Qué lo que, mi hermano? ¿Qué lo que, qué lo que?
Todo bien.
Tranquilo, run. Find 2 of them, 4 or 5 of them Cuban bread down there. Cuban bread. Them got that Cuban?
Yeah, this Cuban bread.
Puerto Rican down there. Down right there, Cuban, man. Ain't Cuban bread down there. 3 of them, 4, 5, 10, man. Down there, you see no chicken dewormer down there? You ain't chicken dewormer, man. You ain't got no chicken dewormer? Don't even worry about it. I keep looking at the animal pet department down there. Up, down that way. All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Look, man. Appreciate you, man. You got the chicken dewormer down there. 6 of them chicken pad down there. At least you got to get some good dewormer for them birds down there. If you don't have a good dewormer, then your chickens are gonna die. And then you got that paradox going around too. That thing pretty bad in them birds. I tell you what, people just ain't too friendly out here. Are you waiting for an Uber? Are you waiting for an Uber? Hey, buscando ese billete, la vida, hay que hacer billete. Hay que trabajar, hacer. Now the homie in the middle is wearing a ski mask. Right there, he got his mask. Bueno, mi gentes, bienvenidos a Wimauma, Florida. This is Wimauma, one of the most Mexican towns in the United States and in the state of Florida. Bienvenidos al Rancho Mexicano El Cubano. If you live in the Tampa area and you want to get some good, authentic Mexican food like you're not going to get anywhere else, you got to head here to Wimauma. So what we're going to do today is just going to walk around town and just meet people and see what's going on in the city. So when we want to get some good, authentic Mexican food, we hop on over here. In fact, this town is so notorious among the Hispanic community that there are even songs written about this town. And I'm almost certain that at some point somebody in the sidelines will approach us and ask us why we're recording and perhaps even try to intimidate us. So let's go for our walk through this town of hardworking people. This town always has gang graffiti. Now, I'm not up to date on all the street politics out here, so I have no idea what crews they're repping or what they're doing, but there are definitely a lot of different gangs out here. I think I was getting like an agua fresca or something, and the homie was just sitting right there. And on video, it is Wimauma, Florida. Now, one of the craziest things about this town is, well, this road kind of splits the town in half, and it does not look like there are any crosswalks for the whole town. That's super freaking reckless, bro.
Yo vivo en Lithia.
Oh, Lithia.
Pasando por aquí para llegar a la casa.
¿Tú eres cubano, boricua?
Los dos. Mitad y mitad.
Ya tú sabes. Sí, estamos haciendo un video, tú sabes, por lo que está pasando con la migración aquí.
Oh, yeah,
So,
ya no se ve gente caminando por la calle porque
está
se
vacío.
aparecen a donde quiera.
Está vacío, sí.
Acá atrás tienen una cocinita caliente que te cocinan un pedazo de pollo asado y te hacen unas cosas. I usually get it as a snack on the way home.
Vale.
Paso por aquí, me como unos pedacitos para llegar a la casa para no llegar hangry, tú sabes.
Yeah.
Yo he visto haciendo los homeless shelters y metiéndose
Sí,
en los
sí.
taking water and taking to everybody.
Sí.
man.
Ya ahora hay menos. You see less of it, you know?
Yeah.
You see a lot less people on the street. I don't know what's happening to them, but you see less of them.
Well, we know what's kind of happening. They're going to take everybody.
It's crazy.
Con tarjeta y sin tarjeta.
Todo el mundo. We're next.
Yes, sir.
Dale, Bobby. Have a beautiful day, man. So our YouTube channel really is at the point where, like, everywhere we go in Florida, people do recognize us. Yeah, buddy. Here we have another Latin bakery, Garcia Bakery. Most of the stuff out here is just, yeah, buddy. Yeah, we don't have anything like this in Lakewood Ranch, and it's a little disappointing. But Wimauma really is a neat little town, and on the outskirts of this town is a lot of new home construction. So what makes Wimauma neat is you have this like charming, kind of like old Florida Hispanic town, but then on all the outskirts of this town, you have so much growth and development. The town itself is kind of small. And I do think it's crazy that this town doesn't have any official crosswalks. With as much traffic as this road has, it's absolutely reckless that the local officials here have done practically nothing about this situation. A town this big, you know, stores on both sides. It feels really dangerous to walk this town. The city of Tampa's made a lot of improvements to their safety for pedestrians, but this town doesn't seem to give it. Walking around this town definitely does not feel safe at all. These fruits here look fresher than Boozie's haircut. But pedestrian safety here definitely needs a long way to improve. So if any local government officials are watching today's video among our audience, send some letters to somebody and, make this happen. There's no reason. In fact, one of the craziest things is walking around this town is you see memorials like the one you see right here. There are a lot of memorials here. Like driving through this town, you see them everywhere. So it's very clear that pedestrian safety here is not really a priority. You have a memorial right here for somebody that lied, and then you have another one over there. So within 100 feet of each other, you have two memorials for probably lost pedestrians, if I had to take a guess. This woman's just been walking and pacing back and forth. She walks to the door and then back, so I think she might have like a mental health problem. I don't know if she's maybe Haitian, or she looks like she might be Nicaraguan or Central American, but she probably might need help. Now, I recently requested body cam footage from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and they tried to charge me $100 just for requesting. This guy is cover photo material, man. But it's really disappointing how many memorials there are in this town along the side of this road. And these local governments, they don't care about Hispanic communities. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office and try to understand what these issues are about. And maybe there's a whole story there with pedestrian safety. Because it doesn't make sense to me that in just a small stretch, there's that many memorials. And it's obvious walking around here. I wasn't paying attention to the memorials on the side of the road, but as I'm walking around here, I'm like, hold on a minute, dude, this doesn't seem safe at all. Yeah, buddy. Deberían tener crosswalks. Mi gente, let me say this in Spanish as well. I think it needs to be said in Spanish. Mi gente del pueblo de Wimauma, no hay ninguna razón por la cual este pueblo debe de tener una situación tan peligrosa con las aceras. So look at this sidewalk here. This sidewalk here isn't being maintained. It's a public entity. So somebody's getting paid for taking care of the sidewalk. Like this sidewalk here, this is somebody's responsibility. Somebody, you can see it gets mowed. Somebody has a contract and is getting paid to maintain these easements. They don't pick up the garbage. Look at this sidewalk. There's no doubt that somebody gets paid to maintain this sidewalk, okay? A alguien le pagan un contrato para que limpie estas aceras. Y como pueden ver, al frente hay una escuela. So I believe that's a school up there. Here we have the same gang marking as well. I'm not sure what it means. Bienvenidos a Wimauma, Florida, la ciudad que ha sido abandonada por el gobierno local. Quizás será porque la gente que viven aquí todos son hispanos, where pedestrian safety doesn't seem to matter. This community has been completely abandoned by local government. Could it be perhaps because the community is Hispanic? They can milk away all the money from this community and not have to give anything in return? And well, you have here more gang graffiti. I think this is an NS, which would suggest North Side. I think North Side doesn't get along with VL, so you probably have some gang robberies out here. I'm not sure. So Hillsborough County, Florida is the entity apparently responsible for this road because their name's on it. I believe that this is leading to a school. Now, this is a poor community, but that doesn't excuse, for example, yeah, sure enough, there it is right there. Look at the condition of this road. You have potholes, you have an overgrown sidewalk, yet it is a school. So leading to this school, right, Hillsborough County, they got their logo here. Take a look at this. You got potholes on the road. You got a sidewalk that's been completely abandoned in front of a school. La razón por qué esta calle está en esta condición, las aceras están en esas condiciones, al frente de una escuela, ya han visto hasta muertos en esta comunidad, es porque esta comunidad es mayormente hispana. Y el gobierno local no se preocupa de asegurarse que estas comunidades tengan calles asfaltadas ni aceras. Ese dinero que pagan los propietarios aquí se lo agarra el gobierno y no le da nada para atrás a estas comunidades. Now, my opinion of this community is that these are some really hardworking people. The men work in construction, building new homes, and the mothers come home to raise their children that are U.S. citizens. When you look at the condition of these roads and these sidewalks and what appears to be a lot of fatalities in this community because of road safety, it should give you an idea of what the situation is in this town. And the sad thing is that this is all in front of a school. And of course, the county maintenance, all the garbage along the side of the roads, it's not that people here litter a lot, it's that the people who have a county contract with maintenance, they cut the grass, but that's probably all they do. And in fact, I wouldn't doubt that they're not even cutting the grass in some of these places. Now, Hillsborough County, Florida is an absolute racket. I recently requested body cam footage in this county, and they wanted to charge me $100 just for requesting body cam footage. Now, usually I can get body cam footage for less than that. Sometimes I can get it for free depending on the county. Some counties, most counties will charge you, but they'll charge you $40, $20, $50. Hillsborough County, Florida wanted to charge me $100 just for requesting it, and then they wanted $1,100 for the video. Now, the state law requires that the fees that they charge are not for profit. It has to be what it costs to produce. That's what the state law says. But Hillsborough County, Florida does whatever they want. The condition of these sidewalks in front of a school is absolutely pathetic. Just because this is a poor community doesn't excuse that the county abandons these areas. Somebody's getting paid to clean this. That's somebody's paycheck right there. The lines are barely visible. The streets are cracked. Look at this, guys. You can barely... Do you really think that this is visible with as much... Look at this. This is a crosswalk here in Wimauma. Look at this. You can't even see the line. Look at this. Do you really think a car driving on this road could easily miss this sign? This is the crosswalk for a school, and these lines are barely visible. But these communities are abandoned and in this condition because of their racial demographic. Usted piensa que en un barrio blanco americano usted va a ver la condición que existe en estas aceras al frente de una escuela. La razón por qué esto está completamente abandonado aquí es porque esto es un barrio hispano. Y eso es el racismo que existe en los Estados Unidos. Sin embargo, nosotros en las comunidades hispanas muchas veces ni nos damos de cuenta de estas cosas. Yo viví aquí en la Florida por muchos años y yo nunca me di de cuenta de estas cosas hasta que yo me mudé para el estado de Alabama, a donde el racismo es bien pronunciado. Y en Alabama pude aprender a cómo identificar el racismo verdadero. For example, despite the fact they don't fix the sidewalks here, they did put up a sign in Spanish saying reserved parking. So all this is kind of, again, reiterating or cementing the notion that we're aware it's a Hispanic community. We're even going to put up signs in Spanish. En el tiempo en que yo viví en Alabama, yo aprendí a identificar el racismo, porque en ese estado el racismo es bien pronunciado y ahí yo pude aprender lo que estamos haciendo hoy. I said in Spanish that in my time in Alabama, I learned what racism was, and that's why today I've been able to identify racism. So take a look at this, guys. Look at how much garbage. These are parking spots in front of a school, and it is an easement. Look at how dirty this is. Look at how they put these parking spots here, and these were never parking spots. That means that this school doesn't even have, they haven't even put any parking spots for the school. What they need to do here, this needs to be nice pavers, right? The school is a brick school. They should have nice pavers here. Somebody could hurt a foot here. This is probably a lawsuit waiting to happen. Look at the condition of all these sidewalks here, guys. This is unmistakably systematic racism of the southern United States. There's no reason why a school should have just negligent surroundings. And again, this is definitely a poor neighborhood. There's no doubt about that, but it's still not acceptable. Over here, you got people collecting scrap metal and stuff like that. I used to do that when I was younger. You got vehicles with no tags right in front of the school. That's pretty unsightly. I mean, I don't know if the city of Wimauma is incorporated and if they have like building codes and stuff, but You really shouldn't have este desastre al frente de una escuela. This parking lot is not protected. The school board is not responsible for loss or damages to your vehicle or its content. The Hillsborough County School Board. Now, the condition of this school is similar to the condition of schools in the deep south in Alabama. You can see that there's moss growing on the fence. You can see that the paint's deteriorated. Now, the reason when I was far away I couldn't tell if this was a school or not is because in my mind I couldn't fathom the notion that a school would be in that condition. You can see that the fence has trees growing all through it. The building hasn't been pressure washed. There's mold on top. The condition of this school, it reminds me of what you see in the state of Alabama, where you have like a school in a black neighborhood. That's kind of what you see here. Look at this, guys. This is the hypocrisy. Great American teaching parking. Do you really think that this is great American teaching? The condition of this school is embarrassing. But look at the hypocrisy. Mi gente, si ustedes no se dan de cuenta, miren la hipocresía. Esto es un parqueo para un gran americano, pero si esto es una gran basura, esta escuela. Pero esto es el racismo sistemático en los Estados Unidos. Look how you got mold crawling out of the air conditioners. When you look at the situation in this town, it reminds me of the things that I saw in Alabama. Look at the entrance to the school. This bench is broken and leaning sideways. Actually, both benches are broken and sitting sideways. Great American what? Great American pile of garbage is what this school is. Mi gente, hagan la cuenta. Miren las condiciones que hay en esta escuela. Entonces, aquí ponen un cartel, gran parqueo para americanos. The only two, and this is supposed to be a disabled parking spot. So they got rid, look at how messed up this is. They got rid of the disabled parking spot so that they could say, great American teaching parking. So now they don't even have parking for disabled people. They got rid of the disabled parking so that they could put their great teacher on the only parking spot. So the only two parking spots that are well kept are for great American teaching. All right, guys, so obviously I can't put this on camera because, you know, you have to respect minors, but I did talk to somebody that goes to the school. He approached me and wanted to talk to me. He says he's very happy with his school. He says there's a lot of kids here that don't speak English, but the teachers are doing a really good job of teaching them. So as far as the teachers go, he's telling me that he likes the teachers, he likes the school. But the other thing that's very disturbing here is that you literally have gang graffiti in front of the school. So imagine that. Here you have gang graffiti in front of a school. And that right there is a little concerning because this is just an elementary school. Take a look at this, guys. You have gang graffiti in front of a school. And it's crossing out other gang graffiti, so there's two gangs disputing for this territory. So if you're thinking about putting your kids in Hillsborough County schools, today's video should give you a lot to think about because here you have literally gang graffiti over gang graffiti in front of a school. Whoever's job it is to maintain this school, they need to be fired. And it's on both sides of the road over here. So on this side you have slow down, it's 15 miles per hour, we're a school. But then on this side of the road you have gang graffiti. If you were to reach out to this school, like today, I'm going to reach out to the medical examiner's office to understand what's going on with the deaths in this town, and I'll get an answer from them. But do you really think I'm going to get an answer from the Hillsborough County School Board about what's going on in this school? Probably not. All right, guys, so let me give you guys some background on this school. This is the oldest school that exists in Hillsborough County. I believe it's about 100 years old. Now, in this school, the assistant principal is currently in a wheelchair because a sprinkler broke outside the building, pushing water into the building where he slipped and fell and got hurt. So, believe it or not, the assistant principal of this school right now, I talked to a few people that live in this community and they're giving me some background details about what's going on here. And what they're telling me is that the assistant principal of this school is currently like in a wheelchair or walker arrangement because he slipped and fell and hurt himself inside the school because of a maintenance issue. And that should just give you an idea how pronounced the neglect is in this school, when even the teachers and staff and principals are finding themselves being injured by the neglectful condition. I mean, look at this, guys. This is the sidewalk in front of a school. That right there is the new addition to the school. So there is a newer addition. If you're thinking about moving to the Tampa area and you have kids and you have to put them in the Hillsborough County school districts, this is the type of things that are happening in this school district. Look at this, guys. Do you think this is acceptable in front of a school? Look at the condition of this road. Look at the condition of these sidewalks. In all directions, they're impassable. Look at this sidewalk here. So what does this mean? That kids, when they leave this school, this is an elementary school, when parents and kids leave this school, this is what they have to walk on. Look at this. Do you think this is passable? Do you think this is acceptable for a school? And it's sad to see that even here in front of the school, more gang markings. This is the type of thing you would expect to see in Alabama, but not here in the United States. They're forced off of the sidewalks because of the neglectful condition they're in and onto these roads full of potholes and, well. But this is Hillsborough County. This is the Hillsborough County School District. And this is what a Hispanic community in Florida looks like today. Now, of course, the most bizarre thing about this situation is that not far from here is Fishhawk, Florida, which is one of the best schools in the country. I mean, here in Hillsborough County, not far from here, I almost broke my freaking ankle walking on that road right there. But here in Hillsborough County, not far from here, you have Fishhawk. And Fishhawk is said to be the best community in the United States for schools, for families. So 15 minutes away, all the resources that they didn't spend here, they dumped them over there. And of course, there's gang graffiti everywhere out here. This is a community marked by gangs. And there it is right there, Vatos Locos. But what's sad about the situation here in Wimauma is that 15 minutes away is Fishhawk, which is said to be one of the best school districts and best place for families in the United States. So all the money they didn't spend over here, they spend it in the suburbs. So this is the type of community where walking around at night gets kind of sketchy. It really is dicey out here. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Wimauma, Florida.
The Wicked Woods.
Yes, you guys have a beautiful day.
All right.
Thank you. All right, guys, so I'm going to be right back over here because we're going to get her story. But this is the situation of Wimauma. Good, hard-working people, but man, what a mess this community is and how dangerous it is. We've seen by the amount of pedestrian deaths that are out here. They don't have pronounced crosswalks or nothing. It really does feel extraordinarily dangerous trying to cross this road here. Nowhere to cross safely. I mean, a town that's split in half like this, like that car stopped, so I'm running, but then this one's coming at me, so that's pretty wild right there. That's pretty wild.
Like, the more I got used to the place and got used to the people, it become easier. But I would have to say my worst part of it is watching my friends get ran over.
How many people have been... So, okay, let me just show you guys. So, this is one main street that splits the whole town. Okay? One street splits the whole town. And there's businesses on both sides. People have to cross back and forth. Why doesn't this town have a crosswalk?
That's what I say. Why don't we have stoplights?
There's no stoplights in the whole town.
Just down by the Circle K, and that was just brand new.
Yeah.
They just started working them 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You know, why is there not four-way stops? You know, it's a town. There's, like you said, people walking across the streets every day. more people ride bikes here in Wimauma than when they do walk, but and actually pretty much all of them that's been ran over on the street has been bikists. From this point where we're at to the BP gas station, there's been 4 people ran over in 1 year.
Well, what I'm going to do...
2 of them have passed.
I'm going to call the medical examiner's office, and I'm going to get the records to see exactly how many people have lost on this road. But you said about 4 in the last year have been hit.
4 have been hit, and
2
3
passed.
have passed. It was 3 have.
Okay.
There was an older man, and then my buddy, he just turned 19 years old. He was from Guatemala a year ago today. And then another friend of ours, Tilin, he was at the cross of the one that had passed before him, and I don't know, I guess he just wanted to be with him, I don't know, but he walked right out into the traffic, you know, like on his bike, and it's hard. It's hard for us as a community to lose somebody like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this street right here, right now, people are coming back from work. A pedestrian can't cross that street without running. What about elderly people that have a wheelchair or walker that need to go across the street to the market? All right, guys, so you can't come to Wimauma and not enjoy their amazing Latin food. So this is my favorite Mexican place. Now, where we were at earlier, there's a little food truck that the locals recommended, but they only have tacos. So we want to get, not just tacos, we want to get something else. So this is my favorite place to get food here. Let's get something to eat to go. So anytime I come to Wimauma, this is where we like to eat. Now I'm gonna go across the street and get some groceries as well while we're here making the food. Mi gente, me he pasado un día bello aquí con la gente de Wimauma. Verdaderamente que esto ha sido un día bello aquí, una bella ciudad, bella gente, bella comunidad de gente muy trabajadora. Yo sé que esta ciudad está teniendo muchos cambios, igual que todas las partes de los Estados Unidos, pero bueno, para mí esta es una bella ciudad con bellas personas, gente muy trabajadora, y de verdad he pasado un día bello, excelente aquí en esta ciudad de la Florida. Los quiero mucho y hasta la próxima, mi gente.